Does anyone wonder how the old caveman gossip circles used to operate? And what I'm trying to get to is whenever we talk about cavemen in modern society, it's always about, oh, they made fire, oh, they made these tools, and look how similar they are to today's tools. This would never happen without the cavemen. And if you're sitting there wondering what this has to do with flooring, just hold on, I swear I'm getting to a point. But ultimately, I bet one day, suddenly a caveman just invented tools and then started totally revolutionizing the game within the caveman circle. I wonder if back in the day, caveman even worried about the floors. I mean, probably did, right? You don't want a super rocky floor, or maybe they had a way of breaking that down, or what am I even talking about right now? But anyway, I bet one day a caveman went up to his caveman buddy who was using those tools and went, wow, that's a super unique way of designing your cave.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
It's unique installation week, everybody. Now, when most people think about floors, I'm willing to bet they don't really think of much. Now, of course, there's your flooring nerds that always think about flooring, but that's not really who I'm talking about. However, would you believe me that a lot of psychology goes into making a very beautiful floor? So ultimately, the more psychology that goes into creating an awesome floor, the more unique the installation has to be. And with uniqueness comes a lot of precision. Whether it's a tight space, a unique product being used on the job, a design that requires a very, very precise installation, or just a totally out-of-the-box method for creation. All these aspects fall into what I would say, and a lot of flooring experts would say, a unique installation project. And unique installation category is probably one of the most exciting sectors you'll ever fall upon. Because you'll see, not to be repetitive, but you will see some of the most unique projects you've ever seen before. And these projects seriously make you go, how the heck did they even get that done? And then ultimately, when I look at floors, I really like to know the story behind it. And I don't think unique installation just has the best projects to look at, they easily have the best stories behind their floors. And normally the more intense the installation, the better the story. So let's talk about those stories, and let's talk about the very best unique installation projects from the past year. So ultimately, at the end of the day, when you look at a floor, you have to think this: how can this floor benefit me? Especially in a project like we're talking about today with the Dogwood Care Home, where their mission was not only to have very strong durability, but also it needed to meet safety guidelines. Because ultimately with these healthcare centers, you have to think about it like this: they are designed for safety, so when your floors are preventing that or maybe causing slips, then the entire customer base that's going to be on those floors is in danger. So not only creating a safe and durable floor for the main customer base is obviously a plus, but then to make it a unique installation with very precise cuts, and then on top of that a very unique design, is really saying something positive. And then to add on top of that, this specific job needed noise reduction within their floors. So I kid you not, the flooring in this facility is acoustic flooring to reduce the noise levels. And then of course, there's slip resistant flooring to add on to that safety factor. And then overall, from the tracing to the cuts to the placement, the installation was done perfectly, and definitely one of the best unique projects of the year. Now I could talk about this project forever, and if you want a definition for unique installation, you found it here at this airport. Yes, similar to the last project we looked at, the Portland Airport is a common name on the Starnet channel. However, besides the scale that we talked about last time, what makes this project so unique? Well, for starters, there was just so many crews working together on this project. And honestly, if there wasn't such a collaborative effort, I don't think this project would have ever got done. They'd probably still be working on it, to be honest. But ultimately, that collaboration and coordination is really what set this job apart. Assigning the right crews at the right possible time and ensuring that the terminal would never shut down, which it never did, which is incredible to even say. And then on top of all that, the carpet was installed out of sequence, which, take my word for it, could have caused a lot of headache. Along with the project having a very difficult schedule considering the airport never shut down. And then you add a $2.75 million floor prep, and yeah, you have a very unique project. Finally, we have a project that I have yet to talk about on this channel, but for very good reasons. Because this flooring installation story is absolutely bananas. For starters, they only had 2 weeks to complete the job, which in a DIY kind of setting that doesn't seem too bad, but remember, we're commercial flooring. 2 weeks in any sense is crazy to think about. Along with 6 different colors that were used to represent different areas amongst the flooring. All with the design idea to mimic nature with colors and obstacles all around the flooring patterns, which is one of my favorite parts about flooring, to be honest, when it can truly dictate everything around it and really bring a centralized theme, if that makes sense. So they only had 2 weeks to complete this job, and to add on to that, they did not use any jet cutting for the project. So yes, you heard me right, this entire project was done by hand, along with all the original carpeting being removed and self-leveling tactics being done within this 2-week span. So yes, removal, leveling, installation, all done 2-week span. You heard me right. And when you hear all that, you think it's almost impossible for a job this good to be done under those constraints, but trust me, that is exactly what happened. We had breathtaking stories mixed with never before seen design and tactics, along with product spotlights and just so much more. All these projects had elements of stress, but incredible story elements to produce stunning floors. And to be honest, these floors really showcase the fun behind a unique installation challenge. Not the fun during the job, I'm guessing, but definitely the idea of a finished project and how good it can look with all that stress built into it. And ultimately, if you want more creative flooring stories, be sure to leave a comment down below and like and subscribe for more. We cover news, trends, of course, flooring stories, and so much more. But for now, I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.